There comes a moment in every person's life when the world stops believing in them. People become silent. Support disappears. The same people who once clapped for you suddenly start questioning your worth. Your dreams sound unrealistic to them. Your goals look impossible. Your silence becomes weakness in their eyes. And honestly, that moment changes everything. Because that is the exact moment when winners are created, not in comfort, not in applause, not when everybody supports you. Winners are built in isolation, in doubt, in pain, in silence. Most people talk too much. They announce every move. They post every plan. They seek validation before they even begin. And when life gets difficult, they disappear. But real champions move differently. They don't waste energy explaining themselves. They don't beg people to understand their vision. They don't fight for attention. They work quietly, relentlessly, obsessively. And one day, they shock everyone. That is the power of winning in silence. Because silence has a strange power. When you stop telling people what you are about to do, you protect your energy, you protect your focus, you stop feeding distractions, and suddenly your mind becomes dangerous. The world respects results, not promises, not excuses, not motivational captions, results. So if you're in a season where nobody sees your effort, keep going. If nobody claps for you yet, keep going. If your progress feels invisible, keep going. Some of the greatest victories happen behind closed doors. The gym nobody saw, the sleepless nights nobody knew about, the tears hidden behind fake smiles, the sacrifices, the lonely mornings, the painful discipline. That is where greatness is born. People only notice the trophy. They never see the war. And maybe that's your story right now. Maybe you are fighting battles silently. Maybe you feel exhausted. Maybe you feel misunderstood. Maybe you feel like giving up because success is taking too long. But listen carefully. The strongest people are not the loudest. The strongest people are the ones who keep moving even when nobody believes in them. Anybody can dream. Few can survive the process. Because the process is brutal, there will be nights where your mind tells you to quit. There will be mornings where your body feels weak. There will be moments where failure humiliates you. There will be people secretly hoping you fail. And still, you must continue. Not because it is easy, but because your future depends on it. You cannot become extraordinary while living like everyone else. You cannot build a different life with the same habits. You cannot reach greatness while chasing comfort. Comfort destroys potential. Look around. Most people are addicted to distractions, scrolling endlessly, complaining constantly, watching others succeed while doing nothing themselves.
And then they wonder why their life never changes. Your future changes when your daily routine changes. That's it. That's the secret nobody wants to hear. Success is not magic. It is repetition. The same discipline, the same consistency, the same focus, every single day. Even when you are tired, even when you are emotional, even when life feels unfair. Especially then. Because discipline is strongest when motivation disappears. Motivation is temporary. Feelings are temporary. Excuses are endless. But discipline? Discipline changes lives. And if you truly want to win in silence, you must master discipline. Wake up when you don't feel like it. Train when you are tired. Study when others are sleeping. Work while others waste time. That's how silent winners are created. You see, everybody wants success. But very few people are willing to become the person success requires. They want the reward without sacrifice, the results without pain, the victory without struggle. Life does not work like that. Everything valuable costs something. If you want confidence, you must face fear. If you want strength, you must survive hardship. If you want success, You must outwork your excuses. And here is something nobody tells you. Sometimes your biggest blessing is being underestimated. Because when people underestimate you, they stop watching closely. They stop expecting greatness from you. They become comfortable. Meanwhile, you are improving, growing, learning, evolving, silently. That is dangerous. Never be upset when people doubt you. Use it. Turn it into fuel. Every insult, every rejection, every betrayal, every moment they laughed at your dream. Use all of it. Pain can destroy you, or it can transform you. The decision is yours. Some people become bitter after pain. Others become unstoppable. Choose wisely, because one day the same people who ignored you will ask how you did it, and your success will speak louder than anything you could have said. That is why silence is powerful. Silence confuses people. When you stop explaining yourself, people wonder what you are building. When you disappear from unnecessary noise, people become curious. When you stop seeking approval, you become free. And freedom changes everything. A distracted mind cannot build a powerful future. Protect your focus. Protect your peace. Protect your energy. Not everybody deserves access to your dreams. Some people secretly pray for your failure. Some people smile in front of you but doubt you behind your back. Some people support you only when you are losing. Be careful. Not every friend is loyal. Not every audience wants your success. That is why silent movement is important. Move with purpose, not noise. There are people who talk about becoming successful, and there are people who become successful. Those are two different worlds. The loudest person in the room is rarely the strongest. A lion does not need to announce itself. Its presence speaks. That should be your mindset. Become so focused on your mission that you stop needing attention. Stop needing applause. Stop needing validation. Because when your vision becomes stronger than other people's opinions, your life changes. The truth is, most people quit too early. They quit after the first failure. They quit after the first rejection. They quit because progress is slow. But slow progress is still progress. Read that again. Slow progress is still progress. A small improvement every day becomes a massive transformation over time. The problem is people are addicted to instant results. They want success immediately. But greatness takes time. A tree does not grow overnight. Muscles do not grow overnight. A powerful mindset does not grow overnight. Everything meaningful requires patience. And patience is difficult in a world obsessed with speed. People compare their chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. And that comparison destroys confidence. Stop comparing. Your journey is unique. Your timing is different. Your story is different. Focus on becoming better than you were yesterday. That is enough. The world will try to rush you. Ignore it. Stay focused. Stay patient. Stay disciplined. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. But listen carefully. Your biggest enemy is not failure. It is self-doubt. Because once the mind becomes weak, everything becomes difficult. That voice inside your head matters. If you constantly tell yourself you are weak, you will act weak. If you constantly focus on failure, fear will control you. Your mindset shapes your reality. That is why winners speak differently, think differently, move differently, even in difficult moments. They do not deny pain. They simply refuse to surrender to it. And that is strength. Real strength is continuing despite fear, continuing despite uncertainty, continuing despite disappointment. Anybody can move forward when life feels easy. The real test comes when life becomes painful. Can you stay disciplined when nobody is watching? Can you stay focused when results are delayed? Can you stay positive during difficult seasons? That is where character is built. Not in comfort, in struggle. And maybe right now, life feels heavy. Maybe you are carrying pressure nobody understands. Maybe your goals feel far away. Maybe you feel alone. But understand this. Every successful person once felt exactly the same. Nobody starts confident. Nobody starts powerful. Nobody starts fearless. Confidence is earned. Strength is built. Fearlessness comes from surviving difficult moments. So stop waiting to feel ready. You become ready through action. Take the first step, then another, then another. That is how lives change. Not through perfection, through consistency. You do not need to have everything figured out. You simply need to keep moving. And yes, some days will hurt. There will be sacrifices. There will be lonely moments. There will be painful lessons. But pain has purpose. Pain teaches. Pain sharpens. Pain reveals who you truly are. Sometimes life breaks you just to rebuild you stronger. Think about that. The strongest swords are created through extreme heat. The strongest people are created through difficult seasons. So maybe your struggle is not punishment. Maybe it is preparation. Preparation for a stronger future. Preparation for a bigger purpose. Preparation for a life your current self cannot yet imagine. But to reach that life, you must survive this season. Do not quit now. You have already survived too much to stop here. Remember the battles you thought would destroy you. You survived them. Remember the moments you thought you would never recover from. You survived them. You are stronger than you realize. Sometimes we forget our own resilience. We forget how many storms we already survived. Do not underestimate yourself. There is power inside you that has not fully awakened yet. But power grows through pressure. Diamonds are created under pressure. Legends are created under pressure. Champions are created under pressure. And maybe pressure is exactly what your life needs right now. Not to destroy you, to reveal you. Because hidden inside struggle is a stronger version of yourself waiting to emerge. The question is simple. Will you keep going long enough to meet that version? Or will you quit before your transformation begins? Most people never discover their full potential because they stop too soon. They stop one step before breakthrough, one moment before growth, one season before success. Do not be one of them. Your future deserves your patience. And understand this clearly. Nobody is coming to save you. Not your friends. Not society. Not luck. Your life changes when you decide to change it. That realization is powerful. Because the moment you stop waiting for rescue, you become dangerous. You stop blaming. You stop complaining. You stop making excuses. And you start taking responsibility. Responsibility is where power begins. Weak people blame others. Strong people improve themselves. Ask yourself honestly, how badly do you want your dream? Bad enough to wake up early? Bad enough to sacrifice comfort? Bad enough to stay disciplined when motivation disappears? Because everybody wants a better life. Very few people are willing to earn it. And earning it requires sacrifice. You may lose sleep. You may lose fake friends. You may lose comfort. You may lose temporary happiness. But one day you gain freedom. One day you gain pride. One day you gain the life you fought for. And that feeling is worth every sacrifice. Imagine looking back years from now. Imagine remembering this difficult season. Imagine realizing that this painful chapter was actually the beginning of your transformation. That day will come, but only if you refuse to quit. You see, success is not only about money. Real success is becoming someone you are proud of, someone disciplined, someone focused, someone strong, someone who kept going despite pain. That is real victory. And when you win silently, your confidence becomes different, because deep inside you know exactly what it cost. The lonely nights, the hidden tears, the sacrifices nobody applauded, the discipline nobody noticed. You remember all of it, and suddenly you no longer need external validation, because your scars already proved your strength. That is a different kind of confidence. A quiet confidence. Not arrogance. Not ego. Just certainty. The certainty that you survived difficult moments. The certainty that you earned your growth. The certainty that nobody can take away the mindset you built. That confidence is priceless. And once you develop it, life changes. You stop fearing opinions. You stop chasing approval. You stop shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. You become unstoppable, because people who master themselves become powerful. And self-mastery requires discipline. Control your habits. Control your emotions. Control your focus. Not every emotion deserves a reaction. Not every opinion deserves your attention. Not every battle deserves your energy. Choose wisely where your focus goes. Energy is limited. Stop wasting it trying to impress people who do not care about your future. Use that energy to build yourself. Read more, learn more, train harder, work smarter. Stay consistent. Every day matters. Most people underestimate the power of daily habits. A single workout changes little. 1,000 workouts change everything. One disciplined day seems small. Years of discipline create greatness. That is why your routine matters. Your daily habits are creating your future right now. So ask yourself, are your habits building your dreams or destroying them? Because your future is hidden inside your daily actions, not your intentions, not your excuses, your actions. And if you truly want to win in silence, stop announcing your goals. Build quietly. Let people doubt you. Let them misunderstand you. Let them underestimate you. Meanwhile, keep improving, because one day results will introduce you better than words ever could. And that day will shock everyone, including yourself. This is only the beginning. Your current struggle is not your final destination. Your current pain is not your permanent identity. Your current situation is not your future. Do not let temporary hardship convince you to abandon a permanent dream. Keep fighting. Keep building. Keep growing. Silently. Because the loudest victories are built in the quietest seasons. And trust me, one day the world will hear the success you built in silence.